All right, so here we go. Vandals franchise trade deadline day. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And as always, get involved in the comment section and let me know what you guys, what we should do with this series. So, like I said, it's going to be trade deadline day. We're going to be making a trade. We have two things to talk about before we get any further into it. If you did miss yesterday's video, we went back and we revisited the Blue Jays rebuild. And if you guys want to see how that went, we kind of did a second part to that rebuild where we went a few seasons further. And if you guys want to see some of the prospects, some of the trades we made, did we win another World Series? If you want to check it out, I'll put a link to it in the top corner. Go and give it a watch. All social media links are down below in the description. Go and give them a follow. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff. They're down there. Go and give them a follow. And now it's time to hop into this Vandals episode. So we do have two things to talk about. One, I asked you guys, should we tank or should we push for the playoffs? And you guys just kind of said, whatever happens, happens. It was really close. It was almost 50-50 for the vote. So I felt like, all right, let's just see whatever happens, happens after we make some trades. I did also ask you guys about a catcher trade. And you guys kind of seem like you don't really want a catcher. You feel like that's not really a position we need to upgrade. So I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. I think it was a vote. The vote was to trade for a different catcher besides Wilson Contreras. And then I saw a lot of comments saying, just leave it. Whatever happens, happens. Let the season play on. So here we are. We're at trade deadline day. I did say I wanted to play against Ohtani, but he never really does well in franchise. And I feel like it would just be kind of a disaster if we did that. So like I've mentioned, it is trade deadline day almost. Like tomorrow's actually trade deadline day. We've talked about possibly getting a catcher. We've talked about trading away different players here and there. And a big amount of you guys, a big number of you guys were like, trade away Justice Sheffield, trade away Yusei Kikuchi, try to get something in return for those guys. And I agree with you. So I found a trade. Here we go. So I want this to be somewhat of a realistic trade. I don't want to go out and obviously get like crazy top prospects or get some of the best players on a team. And I felt like Justice Sheffield, Yusei Kikuchi, they both really haven't proven themselves, but they do still have some potential about them. And I felt like, let's go to the Marlins. Let's go get a prospect that has a little bit of potential, but is more of like a really good fielder, not necessarily a good hitter, in Victor Mesa Jr. That's right, Victor Mesa's younger brother. And he's a 64 overall, but he's really getting carried by his fielding stats. That's what's really bringing his rating up. And then we're going to go for Jose Urena. That's kind of the big piece in this trade. And I'm looking at him as more of a fifth starter, possibly a long reliever. Obviously more known as like an infamous character throwing at Acuna, but 28 years old, 74 overall, about to hit arbitration, and he's having a good year. And I felt like this would really either help us out in the bullpen or in the starting rotation. So I felt like, yes, he's had bad years, he's had okay years, kind of going back and forth. And I felt like this would be an okay trade. The Marlins would get a younger pitcher that they could develop in Sheffield, and also possibly get someone that they could turn around in Kikuchi. And in this one, we're really just getting Urena, since Victor Mesa Jr. is going to take quite a bit of time to develop. So for this one, I kind of like this trade. I'm going to be trading Altavilla and Taylor Williams for Jimmy Cordero of the White Sox. We're just going to get another bullpen arm. I feel like that's kind of what's really bringing us down. And after all those moves, this is kind of what we're looking like. We've obviously brought in Yohan Lopez in the last episode, and this is the new pitching staff. Obviously, Kendall Graven's going to leave the bullpen, move to the starting rotation. Urena is going to hop into the bullpen, and then this is the rest of the bullpen. So as I was looking for some more trades to really bolster this lineup, or even just kind of make it so that we had some players to look forward to in the future, I went to the trading block and I was like, okay, let's just kind of see what's available. And this is going to be another poll question for you guys. It's not going to be a yes or no, should we trade for this guy, but it's more about thinking for the future of this series, because I see Adam Frazier and I go, okay, that's not a bad option. Jonathan VR, Josh Bell, I thought, that's a little too early to go out and get someone like Josh Bell. But I was looking at other names, and I was kind of scrolling down, and I saw Joe Adell, and I was like, Joe Adell? And then I saw Christian Pache, and I was like, ooh, Christian Pache. And the poll question for you guys is going to be in the top corner now, and it's going to be, do you think it would be okay to trade for a potential or like a top 20 prospect in baseball? in this series? Let me know in the poll. Obviously, if I were to do a trade like this, I would want to give the Braves something in return. Obviously, I'm not too sure what I would try to give them in return, but you know, I wouldn't want to get them Kelenic or Julio Rodriguez. But you know, when you look at this trade, I could get him for Dylan Moore, Jake Shiner, and then Tim Lopez, which that just doesn't seem fair. So top corner, do you think we should trade for them in the future? If they do appear in the trading block, let me know. So with the trade deadline all over, I figured let's go look at some of the trades that happened this year. And I went through different teams and I was trying to look, and Joey Gallo was actually traded, I believe. Yeah, the Twins acquired Joey Gallo for Royce Lewis, Fernando Romero, and Travis Blankenhorn. They also acquired Dinelson Lamet for Barraclaw and Barraclaw for Max Kepler, and then Dylan File from the Brewers for Jorge Polanco. So the Twins were pretty active in the market. I'm going to see if there was any other big trades that happened. The Blue Jays acquired Harrison Bader and Victor Caratini. So it looks like the Cubs traded Caratini to the Cardinals, and so in return the Cardinals got Lourdes Gurriel. Okay, so interesting there. The Yankees acquired Caleb Smith for Clint Frazier, and that was really about it. Nothing too crazy besides the ones that I did mention. So that's about it for all trades this year. All right, so here we go. We're gonna be taking on the Angels today, but we're not gonna be taking on Ohtani. We're gonna be taking on Griffin Canning, one of their better pitchers in the rotation. And here we go. Lineups are on screen now. You guys can see ours versus there. I mean, Rendon and Trout right in the middle of that lineup. Tommy La Stella's having a good season as well. It looks like a pretty stacked lineup. So here we go. I forgot to check the standings before the game, but we're only 2 games above 500, so I'm assuming we've probably dropped out of the wild card spot, which I'm actually kind of starting to think that's probably the best move. We're still trying to rebuild, and realistically, I don't think our team is a playoff team, so it makes more sense for us to kind of tank and see if we can just start to build up some of these guys. So as you can see, Henderson Alvarez is taking the mound for today. 8-6 on the year, 3.7 ERA, and a whip sitting at 1.3. Having a pretty good season. You can't see these, but you got to believe me, those are his stats. All right, so we got, you know, Simmons leading off the game, and it's going to be an easy play for J.P. Crawford. He botches it, and he makes the play still. Bang, bang at first. Don't like that to start the game, though. And he's going to hit that against the shift. It's going to be extra bases for sure. Kyle Lewis takes a bad route to it, and that's tough. That's tough. The shift comes back to hurt us, and Tommy La Stella's got himself a 1-out double. All right, so we got a 1-1 count to Rendon. This is going to be a dangerous at bat. That is going to move the runner over. Trout's up next, but we do have 2 outs, so we could get out of this. 343 on the year. He has 35 home runs already, 85 RBIs, and a 721 slugging. Talk about a season for Mike Trout. And as we hang a pitch, he's first pitch swinging. Luckily for us, Kyle Lewis is going to camp out under it, and we're going to get out of that one. Whew, that was close. So you can see Felix Pena. I lied. I thought it was Griffin Canning. I guess it was Felix Pena. He's got a 4 ERA on the year, a 1.32 whip. And here we go. Still, Felix Pena was actually one of the better pitchers on the squad. Him and Griffin Canning. Shed Long has a 245 average, 13 homers, and 48 RBIs on the season. Let's see if we can get started off right. All right, we got a full count to Shed Long to start the game off. And decent contact on it. Is that going to get down? It's going to get over the right fielder. And it looks like we're going to have a leadoff double for Shed Long. Got some good contact on that one. That's a great way to start our inning. Look at this. Just sat back on that. Looks like it just hung a little bit. And who's in right? I think it's Joe Adell. Joe Adell couldn't make the play. Puts us in a good spot. All right, sitting here 3-1, looking for something to hit. And it's going to be ball 4. There we go. Yasiel Puig has turned things around a little bit. He's hitting 267. 783 OPS. Let's see if he can come in the clutch here for the Las Vegas Vandals. And it looks like it's going to be an inning-ending double play. Puig gets on top of the slider, and we waste a good opportunity to score. Justin Upton's going to get a base hit. Like, this might be a double if Carlos Gonzalez doesn't wake up and throw it in. It's going to be bang, bang, and what is that? What is he doing throwing himself down on the ground in center field? We can't be having that. or those. Back-to-back, just atrocious pitches. Slider. Just off the plate. Just off the plate. Four-seam. Can Shedlong make the play? If he doesn't, this run scoring. Thankfully, he does. Inning over. We get out of that one. Kyle Lewis gets a hold of one. Is that going to get down in the left field corner? It is, and we're going to have a leadoff double. Once again, Kyle Lewis. I think he got a little bit in front of that one. I didn't react right away because I thought it was a little bit too in front of it. Thought he was going to pull it foul. But you know what? I'll take it. A good leadoff double. So on a pitch that I swung at in the dirt, we got a man on third, no outs. So we just got to put it into play. Austin Nola does, and he's going to get the job done. Kyle Lewis is running home. It's actually going to be pretty close. Can he get in? He does. We take the lead 1-0. Small ball. Get that sac fly. Put it into play. Get the job done. All right, so after a double by Rendon, Trout's going to move him over to third. And it's not the best of situations we're in right now. All right, sitting 1-2. We're going to see if we can get him with a little two-seam up and away. Just fouls it off. And the slider is going to get the job done. We're going to throw it over to first, get the out. Tie ball game. That's tough. And Puig hits it down the line. Can he stretch it for two? He's not going to test it. He probably could have had it. Going to keep it at a single. 1 out hit. There we go. And Carlos Gonzalez ends the inning. And just like that, it's over. So we got a pitching duel heading into the 6th. Still a 1-1 game. We got to break this. And it looks like that one's going to be a base knock for J.P. Crawford. A 1-out single. Bottom 5. I think I said the 6th last time. What's wrong with me? 2-0 count. Hitters count. I wonder if Kyle Lewis has got the green light. He does. It's going to be a line drive to Simmons. Oof. Hard hit ball too. All right, so it's been a bit of a pitching duel. Like 1-1. Henderson Alvarez has kept the Angels quiet. Felix Pena's kept us quiet. And it's been tough. Not too much contact has been happening. I think there's only like 4 or 5 hits between the two teams, and it's been a quiet one. As I thought Tommy La Stella was about to go deep, having himself in at bat. I think this is pitch number 7 or 8. And Tommy La Stella is going to ground out to Crawford. It should be an easy play for the shortstop. There we go, 2 outs. Shedlong's worked it full after quite an at bat. We're on pitch number 9 here. Can we get a base knock? Check swing, ball 4. We're taking our base. Kyle Seager's up. Let's see if he can get something going here. Guy's still on first. We can take that pitch. Not a good pitch to swing at. Most likely would have been on top of it. Would have been a double play. 0-1 count. 1 out. We got to get something going here. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a rip in the gap, and Kyle Seager is going to have extra bases. Does Shedlong test it? He's going to stay at third. We're going to have second and third. 1 out. And we're threatening. So they're going to walk Puig, load the bases. And I'm pretty sure I think it's Evan White is going to be coming up next. I think that's who's up next. Puig doesn't look too happy about that decision. It's actually going to be Carlos Gonzalez. Definitely struggling at the plate this year. No double play, please. Carlos Gonzalez, 187 on the year with runners in scoring position. Double play ends the inning. We cannot have that happen. So we're sitting 3-1. Carlos Gonzalez, unless it's a strike, don't swing, my man. Make sure we get this ball into play. And we're going to score a run thanks to a walk. Felix Pena crumbles. And we take a 2-1 lead. Bottom 6 thanks to a walk. A bases loaded walk. And they're going to go to the bullpen. And in comes Dylan Bundy. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Evan White 0 for 2 on the day. It's been pretty quiet for both teams. And all right, we're going to wait for our pitch. Again, another batter struggling. 183 average with runners in scoring position. And Evan White puts a charge into this one. It's going back, going back. It's going to be made. It's going to be an out. And let's get to third. Late jump there by Puig at second. But we still get the run in. Evan White does his job. And we're up 3-1. JP Crawford has a chance to really open up this game. Can our shortstop do it? Oh, JP Crawford couldn't squeeze that one through. Dylan Bundy has the quick hands to make the snag. But that's okay. We put 2 up on the board. And now we have a 3-1 lead. And we've... What? The pitcher is injured and must be replaced. Well, what happened? So Jimmy Cordero's going to come in having a pretty solid season. What happened? What happened to Henderson Alvarez? He just threw a pitch and all of a sudden he got hurt. What a way for Jimmy Cordero to come in. And Henderson Alvarez has been one of our best pitchers all season. So for him to go down, that could be a huge problem for us. Please go foul. We're in trouble now. Like, what do we do? If he's down, we could... That's definitely our season. This is tank season 100% because he easily was one of our best pitchers. It was him and Musgrove and then Marco Gonzalez as the 3. But him going down 100% confirms we're going to be tanking. We might even just, you know, bring up someone that's like older or with MLB experience that's sitting in the minors and let him finish the season. Kyle Seager, I need you to come up throwing hard. Makes the play. Kyle Lewis, no doubter. That's what I'm talking about. First pitch swinging on the fastball. 106 off the bat. He's got his 12th of the year. And that is a way to start the inning. Put a little emphasis on it. And has himself a game. A 2 for 3, a double, and now a solo shot. Talk about a way to start the inning. And Austin Nola is going to put that one into right field. Back-to-back hits to start the 7th. And we might start to bust it open quick. 2-1 count. And 2 outs. And Kyle Seager, we got a perfect result. And Kyle Seager goes deep. Second home run of the inning. Having himself a game 2, a double and a home run as well. And talk about the team starting to wake up later in the game. I'll take that though. That is a big inning for us. 3 runs on the board. And we're feeling it. The Vandals, the bats have finally woken up. So Jimmy Cordero's facing Pujols to end the inning here and head into the bottom of the 8th. And Jimmy Cordero's been on fire so far. And let's see if we can keep it going. Nice little sinker up in the zone. And yikes, that almost came back to haunt us. All right, so 1-2 count. Let's see if we get him with the changeup down in the zone. Really wasn't where we wanted it. But we got to be careful here. Yeah, we have a 6-1 lead. But the Angels got a staff that can definitely get back into this game. No problem. So Jimmy Cordero up in the zone, and he's getting tired. I know he is. And we got to get him out of this inning. And that should do it. Should be an easy play for Shed Long. It's 0 speed. Take your time, bud. We got it. So nothing happens in the bottom half of the 8th, but that's okay. The team did the job early on. We're going to bring in Carl Edwards Jr. to finish it off as he's ready. Cordero pitched 2 innings anyways, or an inning and a half, so we might as well just let him save his arm. He was already kind of tired when we brought him in, so let's let Carl Edwards Jr. finish out the game. So we got 2 outs in the 9th. It's going to be Rendon up, and then obviously Pujols follows. So I mean, this is a tough part of the lineup for sure. So here we go. 1-0 count. Just got to attack them. Really just got to hit our spots. Getting some calls as well. Maybe getting that home advantage. Nice little cutter on the outside half right there. Ooh. We're going to go back to the cutter, but we're going to go up and away this time. And actually, I meant up in the zone. That's what I meant. So we got a 2-2 count. Maybe Edwards is feeling himself. He's got the crowd behind him. That curveball hung way too much. And we're in a little bit of trouble. This is definitely extra bases. Not too sure why this is Mitch's ball, but it's going to be a double. Trout's going to come up with Rendon on base. I mean, a home run cuts the lead in half, so we got to be careful. And we hit Trout. We could be in some trouble. This is dangerous now. It's getting a little crazy. We're gonna walk out there. We're gonna calm down Edwards. We're gonna get his head right. Tell him, you know what? We got the lead. Keep it simple. Just go out there, throw your pitches, man. You got this. Let's get this cutter low and away. Hits that spot. All right, here we go. 0-2 count. 2 outs. It all comes down to this. The crowd's behind him. The curveball, and he can't make the play, and the ball just dies. What was that? They're gonna get a run. It's a 6-2 ball game, and just to be safe, we're gonna bring in our closer Hirano. Hopefully he can shut the door for us. We got a 0-2 count after a nasty splitter hits the bottom half of the zone. We're gonna go to the slider. It hangs. That hung way too much. What was that? We're going back to the splitter, and oof, how do you lay off that with 2 strikes? But all right, let's change up eye level. This guy's got an eagle eye or something. Okay, let's go back to the splitter. Let's see if he chases this one. He does. That's the ball game, and what a game to win. So there we go. We get that victory against the Angels. Talk about what it took until the 7th inning almost to really get those bats going, and that's a win for us. So you're not going to see all the player stats, but you guys can see the notable players for the Angels, and obviously Seager and Kyle Lewis going deep for us. Both of them also had a double, couple RBIs. Austin Nola had an RBI. Shed Long had a double. Henderson Alvarez is hurt though. That's a very, very, very disappointing part of the game. So we're definitely going to go check out that, and I'll see you guys, see what this injury is about, because we might be in some trouble. So no injury to Henderson Alvarez. It looked like it was just a little, maybe a little bit of a knock, or maybe a little bit of a strain, because we hopped right back into it and not too much happened. There was no notification for him being injured or anything like that. So let's take a quick look at where we stand in the playoffs. We're not necessarily knocked out just yet, but as we enter the month of September, it'll take it's going to take a lot for us to make it. Like I said, we're kind of still in the mix. It's 4.5 games, and when we take a look at our schedule, we still have a chance. The Padres playing the Astros, the Rangers, the Athletics, Padres again, the Indians, the Angels, the Rangers. I mean, there's still a possibility that we could sneak out a couple wins, get back into the mix for the wild card. But again, at 68 and 69, I really doubt us making the wild card, but we're still in the mix. And that's where we're going to stand. So what we'll do next episode is we'll end off the season. What I'm going to do is I'll do probably a game. On top of that, we'll do like a end of the season review. And then we'll go into free agency, see where we stand. And I'll let you guys choose a player to sign or maybe trade, one of those things. But we'll definitely have a off-season sort of episode. So like I said, that is that. We've made the trade deadline. We've gotten past, or we made some trades on trade deadline. We got past it. We took on Mike Trout, Rendon, and Ohtani and won that game. That was a good one. And, I feel like with where we're at right now, the team's looking good. So again, guys, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And as always, guys, get involved and let me know how we could change this series, how we can make it more exciting in the comment section down below. Other than that, guys, I'm going to leave you with 2 videos on screen now. Go and give them a watch if you've missed them. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.